When fighter pilot Lieutenant Kara Frederick's plane was hit, she immediately lost consciousness and froze in the cockpit. The lives of both pilots were in danger, and time was ticking. But just when things looked their bleakest, one of them did something extraordinary. She had trained hard and was confident in her abilities. So when she was given the opportunity to fly a mission over Iraq, she jumped at the chance. Her vision started to blur and her body went numb. As the alarms blared in the cockpit, she knew that if she didn't act fast, she might not make it. He flew alongside her and shouted into the radio, trying to get her attention, but she was unresponsive. Time was running out and he needed to act fast. But just as she was about to pass out, she heard a voice crackle over the radio. If he could do that, it might just give her a chance to regain control of her plane. They praised Greg for his bravery and quick thinking. He had saved Kara's life and possibly prevented a catastrophe. But to Greg, it was just another day at work. He was a fighter pilot, and it was his job to look after his wingman. He took a deep breath and focused on the task at hand. He let out a sigh of relief and knew that he had saved her life. But he wasn't done yet. He stayed with her, making sure that she was okay. He moved his jet in front of hers and braced for impact. "Mayday, mayday, I'm taking some fire. Request immediate assistance." He kept his eyes on Kara's plane, watching anxiously as she slowly began to level off. He knew that he had done the right thing. It was her wingman, Lieutenant Greg McCool. Without hesitation, Greg turned his jet around and flew back towards Kara, knowing that she needed help. However, what she didn't know was that this mission would push her to the limits and test her skills like never before. This is the incredible story of bravery that will make you believe in humanity once again. With quick thinking and courage, we can overcome any obstacle. Lieutenant Kara Frederick was a young fighter pilot who was eager to prove herself. As she engaged in fierce dogfights with enemy aircraft, adrenaline surged through her veins. He could see the smoke coming from her jet and knew that she was in big trouble. Quickly made a decision and radioed to the base. "I've got a possible down pilot. I'm going in." Before anyone could respond, he was already maneuvering his jet to get closer to Kara. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a surface-to-air missile locked onto Kara's jet. In a split second, she made a sharp turn, narrowly avoiding the missile as it zoomed past her. The near miss sent shockwaves through the cockpit, leaving her momentarily stunned. The enemy pilot used this opportunity to fire at her, and the impact sent her fighter jet into a tailspin. At that very moment, Kara felt a searing pain in her chest, and she struggled to stay conscious. As he got closer, he could see that her plane was in trouble. But Kara's plane was in a dangerous spiral, and he needed to do something to help her. Then he had an idea. He knew that the best way to help her was to fly in front of her and block the wind. He felt the wind snatching at his wings and the G-forces pressing him into his seat. But he held firm, determined to help his friend. As he watched, Kara's plane stabilized, and she managed to regain control. When the base finally got through to Kara, they were shocked to hear that she was alive. This amazing story of bravery shows us that even in the toughest situations, we should never give up hope.